Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mary, aka A Wholesome Discipline. And today is, yes, the nooner is 16. Oh. Yeah, she's driving. Uh, Lookout world. So yeah, this is our 30-minute workout together. It's our way to get cardio in new and interesting ways and keep you out of the gym, right? So you can do this from home and hopefully get a good sweat on. So today we're going to be doing two kind of newer movements to our movement diet, adding to our menu, if you will, the Turkish Get Up, and we're going to be doing spinal rolls to standing. So with the spinal rolls, please make sure that you've got a thick mat nearby. If you're on carpet at home, you should be just fine. But make sure you've got a little bit of support in a mat, okay? The Turkish Get Up, oh boy. If you're familiar with it, a shiver might have just gone down your spine. It's a little like the burpee, and that sometimes when I'm working with clients, they get a look on their face like. So the Turkish Get Up is one of those kind of iconic movements that some trainers, they're like, technically that's all you need. Because it's really compound movement. There's a bunch of different things that go into this. You're basically getting from the floor to standing. You can also deploy a hand weight or a barbell or something, but you don't have to. Today we're going to be practicing it with just the hand in the air. So anyway, it's going to be interesting. We're going to do this HIIT style like we do. We're going to slow it down just a little bit around the Turkish Get Up and the spinal rolls because, we want to be safe, of course. But we're going to get sweaty and hopefully have a few laughs. And as always, if you have any questions, any recommendations, or comments, please let me know down below. Interact with me. And of course, the share, the like, the subscribe keeps my little channel going. It's the oxygen it needs to keep going. So grab a towel, grab something to drink, and let's get moving. Okay, guys, so got my whiteboard of doom. I have my hair down. We'll see how long it lasts. I've got my scrunchie nearby. just to see. Okay, so we're going to step out nice and wide. We're going to start with a wide leg plie squat. Toes are out to the sides, pointing kind of at a diagonal. And we're just going to get into some deep, slow squats. So what can happen is you inhale down, you exhale up. If your hip's a little tight, you can turn this into a little bit of a bow. We don't want that. We want to keep the heart nice and lifted. Slight tuck of the tailbone. Inhale, exhale. And we're squeezing the inner thighs in towards each other. All four corners of the feet are engaged to the mat. Breathe. We're just getting warm. Feeling that rib cage staying tall. Shoulders are nice and proud. Collarbones wide. Breathe. It's a slow, methodical movement that you use your breath. Good. 3 more, just like that. Nice and slow. So really see how wide you can get the knees, pressing through the pinky toe side of your feet. Now, in your last one, we're going to catch ourselves nice and low. And we're going to do the up downs. So starting with your left heel, we're going to lift up, right heel up, left heel down, right heel down. Now you can keep your hands here. You can hold a ball in front if you need a little extra. If your balance is really challenged, open up wide. So however you do it, nice and slow. Good. Oh yeah, so this is going to get the quadriceps heated up, asking for more oxygen. This is why it's such a great warm-up. All right, last one on this side. Down, down. Now we're going to lead with the right heel up, left heel up, right heel down, left heel down. You get the idea. Good. Whoops, just got mine a little confused. It happens. Breathe. You know my philosophy. I'm working out with you guys. There's going to be mistakes. Things are going to get left in. That's okay. It's never perfect, right? Never let perfect be the enemy of good. I want this to be a good workout. Good. And last one with the right heel up. Good. And down, down. Staying here. If you need a break, straighten and come back. And we're going to turn these into plie power squats. Now, power squat, you're not coming up all the way. You're not going down all the way either. You're right in the middle of the movement. So up and down, nice and slow. Good. It's a little like you're riding a horse. A little wider than horse pose. You're in a goddess. Breathe. Good. Once again, do what you want with your arms. It's all about the legs here, guys. Good. 10. Hang in there. 3, 2, 1. Hallelujah. Straighten up those legs. Breathe. Let the blood flow back into the legs. Well done. We're going to point the toes ahead at a slight angle, but more ahead than they were, right? And we're just going to do a nice side reach. Nice and slow. One arm down the leg as the other one reaches up and over. See if you can bring your elbow over your ear. And try not to crunch the shoulder blade up, keeping the shoulder blade down and getting that reach to really be through the sides and through the arm. Good. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. All right. Last 2 on each side. And last one. Beautiful. I want you to walk your feet in. So we're in position 1. The heels are towards each other, the toes are open, kind of Charlie Chaplin style. All right, so now we're going to do a move from the Kundalini experience, the Kundalini exercise. And there's 2 ways to go about it. These are frogs. So I want you to come down, open up the knees nice and wide. So feel free to bring your hands to the floor. Your heels are off the floor, and they can be touching each other. They don't have to be. So frog 1, you're just straightening the legs. Nice and slow. Notice that my fingers are tinted on the floor. You can also use a block if you need to as you straighten. All right, so once you kind of get the hang of this, this might be all you need today. Good. And you might hear some crunching and some popping, just as long as it's not accompanied by searing pain. You're good to go. Good. Nice and slow. Exhale, inhale. So some of us are going to stay with the hands on the floor. A little more. You need a little more. This is where the cardio comes in. Inhale, arms over the head. Exhale, back down, keeping the heart open. Nice and slow. Notice that my shoulder blades are staying down. My rib cage is lifted. Nice and slow. Good. So if you're trying a few of these, no thank you. Go back to having the hands on the floor. That's cool too. We're almost through it. Hang in there. Y'all, she's 16. Isn't she cute? Maybe not. Maybe not right now. Last 2. And last one. Good job. We're going to land and frog. Well done. Breathe. So you should be well and truly warm by now. I want to be warm because now we're going to move into our rolls to standing. Okay, so I'm going to turn to the side so you can get kind of a better view of what's going on here. So we're going to come to the top of the mat. Sit the sit bones back. Roll back. And stand up. Now, once again, like the Turkish Get Up, it's a compound movement. So if at any point you need to kind of break down one move at a time, that's fine. So for instance, perhaps you just need to work on the spinal roll, in which case you're just going to come to your hiney and roll. Hands come behind your legs and you roll, just like that. Back and forth. Now see if you can catch it so that your toes aren't touching the floor, right? That's going to put work into your abdomen. Breathe. Inhale back, exhale up. All right, let's say you're ready to start coming up, catching yourself in with your feet on the floor. Like that. You break it down this way. And then once you're ready, you can catch yourself and stand. Now, of course, you can always just take it from standing like we did at first. Sit down, roll back, catch, and stand. Okay, let's take however you do it. Let's do it. I'm putting 45 seconds on the clock. Hang in there. Arms can come up if you're feeling extra. Good. You want to really round out your spine so that you're protecting your back. Use your belly to do it. We're almost there. Hang in there. With the time on the clock, we've got about 4 left. Hang in there. Good. Let's do one more for fun. Define fun. Good job, you. Well done. Well done. I just woke up my dog. Okay, guys. Now, moving into the Turkish Get Up. So in order to perform the Turkish Get Up, it is helpful to break it down into the smaller movements. I'm going to show you what those are. So I told you you could always take the Turkish Get Up with a weight in your hand, kind of Statue of Liberty style. We're going to practice it without the weight, just to get the form down. Okay? So you're going to come all the way to your back, which is nice, right? Take a breath while you're there. And come into kind of a starfish. Nice wide legs, wide arms. We're going to bring that right hand up. So imagine you're trying not to spill a drink. Okay, we've all been there. I don't judge. So the right hand comes up, the right foot hits the floor. Okay, we're going to come up, left hand comes behind. Okay, so we got this. We haven't spilled our drink yet. Now, here's the tricky part. Lifting the hiney off the floor, this is called the hinge part of the movement. You could just stay here and do hinges, right? It's a great exercise. But the hinge, and then we're going to sweep the left foot so that the knee is beneath us. We still haven't spilt our drink. We're going to come up and then stand. Boom. And then you go back down. They don't mention the Turkish get down, but you got to get down. So you just reverse everything. So you take a knee, left knee, right arm is up, lean back, left foot comes out, and then you sit up and relax down. Okay? We're going to do 5 on each side. Do your best, and if at any point you need to stop and practice, like for instance the hinge, that's where you should stop and practice, but just keep moving with me, you guys. That's the whole point. All right, lifting up, don't spill your drink. Left knee, up you go, and to standing, and back. Left knee down, reverse hinge, sweeping the left leg out, high knee to the floor, and release down. I hope this is making sense. Bending the right knee, high knee up off the floor, sweep the left knee beneath, up you go, all the way down. All the way up. got my left and my right confused this morning during class, you guys, so bear with me. I'm currently fasting. Sometimes that makes me more sharp. Sometimes it does the exact opposite. Good. Hang in there, wherever you are. Now, if doing this with your shoulder, with your arm hurts, don't do it. Doctor, it hurts when I poke myself in the eye. Right? Don't do it. Good. I think we've got 2 more. So it's a different kind of cardio. Your heart should be moving, should be working through this. Down. Let's do 1 more on this side. Knee up. Ta-da! Statue of Liberty. And come on down. Good. We're going to switch arms. So now everything is changed. Not everything's changed. The movement's exactly the same. We're just doing it with the left arm extended. Right? So you're going to bend the left knee. Sweep yourself up. There's the abdominal work. Right hand comes behind. Sweep the right knee beneath you. Reach up. Don't spill your drink. And come up. Nice and slow. Take the knee down. Take your way back. Sweep the leg straight. And release the high knee down. Rolling down. You got it. Oops, let me not kick things. How about that? Easier said than done. Good. Left knee leads. Reaching back with the right hand. Good. Right leg straight. Releasing the high knee down. You got it. Breathe. And if you just want to work on the hinge, maybe just getting this part, getting the hand up off the floor. That's where you should go with it. Good. Did I tell you I started counting? I did. Just hang in there. Hang in there. Wait. There we go. Easy to get a little confused. Just remember, the first movement is abdominal. The second movement is hip and oblique. Once you get your knee beneath you, then it's almost fully oblique. And then you're reaching up, that's fully leg. Good. Let's do 2 more on this side. When you come to standing, it's a nice tall tuck of the tailbone. Good. Let's do 1 more. You can do it. I think I just spilt my drink. I'm pretty sure. I should actually do this with a glass of water or a nice dry martini just to see. Good. Each movement gets its own moment in the sun, its own breath, all the way down. Good job, you guys. Yay. Good job. Okay, so our next movement is going to be straight out of Pilates. All right, guys. So our next movement is going to be shoulder bridge with spinal curl. We do this in my Pilates class sometimes. It's a beautiful way to work on glute strength, brute glute strength. But then when you're releasing the spine down, it is all about your abdominals. And I'll show you what I mean. So finding your point in the mat, right in the center, arms come overhead. And you're going to step your heels in and exhale. The high knee comes up off the floor. So you're in your shoulder bridge. You want to make sure that all 4 corners of the feet are pressed in, but most especially the big toe side of the foot. That way your knees don't accidentally start opening. I want to really keep this narrow, nice and narrow. The knees are directly beneath your hips. You want to pull the chin away from the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Really squeeze in. And on your inhale, you're going to go one vertebra at a time. Your vertebra match pace with your hands. And bring your hands back to either side of your hips. So that was really slow. We're going to do this a little more quickly. Exhale. Inhale. Flattening the spine, one vertebra at a time. You really just want to dig in with those heels. Inhale, build your breath as you lower your spine from the top to the bottom. Good, nice and slow. Smooth, matching inhalations with the exhalations. So neither one is longer than the other. Really getting great strength through your back. I love this kind of movement because it really works on that deep strength in the muscles. And it's fully functional movement. You know, this is something, these are muscles you need every day to function. And they need to work together. We're not isolating the muscles with weights, although I love weights. This kind of work, good, and flattening, and really you don't want any air between your spine and the floor. Nice and slow. Really pressing those hips up. We'll do 4 more. Good. Keeping your breath steady. Exhale up. Inhale down. 3 more. Arms, you're just going through whipped cream with those arms. Nice and slow. Finding that resistance in both directions. And last one. Good job, you guys. Well done. We're going to stretch the legs out in front. Arms come overhead. Now, we're going to move into the roll up. So, if you have roll up practice in your back pocket, go ahead and start. If you need a little more help, you're going to make sure your lower back is touching the mat. And if you need to bend one knee and flatten it out that way, that's what you need to do. Also, if you have trouble getting lift off, bend both knees and ladder walk your way up. Arms come overhead, shoulder blades down, so the back is nice and wide. And then we're going to kind of zombie. Now the heart is going to be following the hands. Hands come overhead. Exhale. Good. Nice, tall, strong spine. Getting into that L shape. And then lowering down. So do your modifications as needed. That lower back needs to be able to touch the floor during your inhalation when you're laying down. Nice and slow. Good. And we're just following the breath so the movement stays. We're kind of always moving, right? Good. Nice and slow. Try not to hyperextend the arms way back past your ears too very far. You just kind of want to get right there. Arms stay long the whole time. We're not locking out the elbows. We're not locking out the wrists. The hands are long and open and soft. Good. We're just going to do a few more of these. Yes, indeed. So this is just kind of the fancy dancer version of a sit-up, right? You might find that you're kind of swinging your arms around a little much. That's okay. They're training wheels, right? I found that once I got stronger in my core, my arms were a lot less swingy aroundy. Is that a word? I was using them for momentum a lot less. Good. Let's do 2 more. Inhale down. Exhale up. Good job. Well done. All right, we're going to come to our hands and knees. Now, I might have to deploy the scrunchie. I actually had someone comment that I always had a scrunchie. I said, well, at some point, I'm going to just shave my hair, right? Let's just be real. Until then, it'll be scrunchtacular. Okay, so let's come to hands and knees. We're just going to do a good old-fashioned push-up. Nothing wrong with that. So, opening up those fingers nice and wide. Elbows stay soft. We're going to pull the belly in, shoulder blades down. Slight tuck of the tailbone. You're going to step out long and straight behind you. If your high knee's way up in the air, that's kind of a down dog and kind of a cruddy one. We want to make a nice flat plank, pulling the tummy in. So now you can inhale down, elbows to the side, at a diagonal, exhale. We're going to do 5 push-ups. If you need to drop your knees, drop your knees. Come as low as you can and press away. It's almost like you're squeezing the mat towards itself, kind of gathering up between your between your pointer and your thumb. It's okay to shake. Good. And I'm on my, let's do one more for fun. Knees down, press into a child's pose. Good job, guys. Breathe, relax the forehead. And I want to get a good stretch through the arms. Coming up. Nice and slow. Okay, so now finally we're going to end with swimmer. And the swimmer is a classic Pilates, which is going to invite lots of strength through your back body. It's beautiful for your posture, and it's cardio. It's like really good. It's good for a lot of reasons. So coming all the way down to your tummy. The legs are relaxed out behind you. And we're going to bring the arms overhead onto the floor. And you don't want your knees any much wider than your hips. And you don't want your hands too much wider than your shoulders. Everything's kind of lined up. You're going to look at the floor and once again, pull the shoulder blades down the back. We're going to lift the heart, lift and the hands and the arms, and then lift the knees and the legs and the feet. Good. If you're feeling fancy, put a little point in the toe. And now we're going to work on our coordination. Left foot and right hand dip down and up. Right foot, left hand. Nice and slow. Just kind of getting the coordination of it. Looking at the floor. Lots of space between your ears and your biceps. Just tapping and lifting. Inhale down, exhale up. Okay, so we're just kind of getting into programming our coordination here. Feeling the glutes, feeling the muscles through the back, your latissimus muscles. Obviously the arms are kind of lit up. It's okay if your boobs are on the floor as long as your heart is lifted. That's what we want. Good, and now we're going to pick up the pace and swim it, guys. We're going to be here for a minute. If you need to slow it down, you certainly can. I deploy a multiple pant and then a full inhale. Hang in there. Legs stay straight. Yeah, you can see why it's cardio. Hang in there. We're almost through it. Quick, 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 quick. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Good job, guys. Melting the right cheek to the floor. Breathe. Let yourself melt down. Good job. The heart should be pumping, pumping, pumping. Breathe. Well done. We're going to look up and sweep the arms back. Lift the legs and just hold this locust variation. So you're holding a ball back there, you're lifting the legs and you're pushing that ball, not only squeezing the ball, towards itself, into itself, but you're pushing that ball back towards your heels. You're gonna look straight ahead, breathe, feeling the triceps working. Deep breath. And every time you inhale, you're going to get a little lift. That's your diaphragm showing off. Doing a little push-up. Long neck. And release. That's nice. Release the left cheek to the mat. Breathe. Let yourself melt down. Good job. Letting the heart rate slow. Hands on either side of the chest. We're going to roll up into a cobra if you got it. Low cobra if you don't got it. That's okay. But elbows are close in and bent. And then we're going to press back into a child's pose. Breathe. This is really our only stretch today in the interest of time. But I want you to breathe and really feel if you need to open your knees for better air, please do that. Pressing the elbows in, forearms in, palms in, and you're dragging that mat towards your knees. Good. And gently come up and sit on your hiney. And that's it, guys. That's our workout. I'm so glad that we get to do this together every week. I really appreciate you participating. I appreciate you sharing and giving me feedback. As always, guys, please drink lots and lots of water. Give yourself a little stretch, a little love, and I will see you next time. Bye.